Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Bridget Young from Baby Formula Expert coming to you live from my bed. I'm about to go to bed. I'm so excited. But I haven't done a live infant feeding happy hour for a long time. Wish I had some really baller excuse, but I don't. Things were just really busy with very normal everyday things. It's just hard with two toddlers. So here's the morning here. They're sleeping. Hopefully. And I want to talk to you about a very specific topic that will help a very specific type of parent. So before I get started, I'm Dr. Bridget Young. If you've never seen me before, I'm a doctor of perinatal nutrition, certified lactation counselor, and founder of babyformulaexpert.com. And today I wanted to talk to you about switching formulas when your baby is on a probiotic. So that is a very specific scenario, but I've had the conversation with enough parents that I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a little video about it. And it's probably more common than you think, because if you are in the unfortunate position of needing to switch formulas, something probably wasn't working perfectly, so you may have explored putting your baby on a probiotic first, and now you're facing the need to switch. So if that is you, these are the little tweaks I recommend doing when you are going through the switch. First, I don't know if you're wondering why I'm looking down. First, this doesn't have to do with the probiotic, but you should know I always recommend going through a formula switch gradually, if at all possible. So slowly diluting down formula number 1 as you increase the amount of formula number 2 right in the same bottle until you're all the way on formula number 2. Now, here is the kicker. I would like you to, ideally, and otherwise, check with your doctor, of course, but I recommend keeping up the probiotic throughout the switch. This is because probiotics only work if they're given consistently. So if your baby has been on the probiotic and, obviously they're tolerating it well, if you're still using it, keeping it up throughout this period of time when you're switching formulas, I personally think can actually be really helpful. This is, again, because probiotics are only working if they're continually provided. So it allows for some consistency to the baby's intestines while they're going through this big change. So they're seeing the same bug, even though the actual but formulation that they're being provided is changing in the formula. And also, lots of times constipation or lower GI issues can result from a formula change. And so having a little extra buffer of probiotic, which are bacteria, can sometimes, in my opinion, help keep that at bay. In adults, the vast majority of our stool is actually dead bacteria, which is kind of gross, but it is what it is. Now, it's a less proportion in babies. However, having that continual input to them, I think, can help keep them regular and hopefully help prevent either diarrhea or constipation by having that healthy input into their stool, if nothing else. So keep up the probiotic as you are transitioning. Also, I recommend this if you're feeding probiotic without switching, but definitely while you're switching, if at all possible, spread the probiotic out throughout the day. So if you are exclusively formula feeding, I think it's much easier, but hopefully you're making up your formula in the beginning of the day, and then it's really easy to just add the full dose of probiotic to the pitcher so that every single bottle has a little bit, and it's, again, the consistency is the word. It keeps it nice and even in every bottle throughout the whole day. If you don't do that, if you make up your bottle, individual bottles, if you're doing probiotic drops, keep your drops right by the bottle, and just like most full dose for like Gerber Soothe, for example, is 5 drops. Do 1 drop in 5 bottles. If you're doing a powder and there's just a little scoop, that's really hard. Just do your best. It is not going to kill a baby to have 1 full scoop in 1 bottle. They're going to be fine. But pay attention if they get really gassy after that 1 bottle. Then you know. So that was just how I would ideally recommend it. If you make individual bottles and you cannot for the life of you remember to add 1 drop to more than 1 bottle, then just add all 5 drops to 1 bottle. That's fine. Again, this is like ultimate biohacking for babies. So if it's easy for you to make it up in 1 pitcher and add the full dose to that pitcher, that would be my ideal way to do it. And then very lastly, if you are trying to get off the probiotic, or if, for example, you are switching to a formula that already has a probiotic, then I would suggest continuing the supplemental probiotic you were on originally until you are 100% on the new formula for at least a couple days, so you know it's going well, and then slowly wean off the supplemental probiotics. So if you're doing 5 drops a day, do 1 less drop a day until day 5 when you have no more. And if you're doing a powder, just kind of eyeball, I don't know, like a little bit less in the scoop every day until you're not on it anymore. Reasons you may want to go off a probiotic are cost and you were never sure it was working. Fair enough. Working meaning doing anything for your baby. Or if you're switching to a formula that already has a probiotic and you don't feel the need for them to have additional, fair enough. Or if maybe your baby is old enough now, when you started the probiotic, they were exclusively on formula or breast milk, and now they are eating solid foods, and you can just feed them probiotic foods, which is how we should all be getting our probiotics. Another fantastic reason to not have to worry about an additional costly supplement. Great reasons. I would prefer that you get through the switch and then wean off the probiotic to keep abrupt changes to the baby's intestines as minimal as possible. I hope that is super helpful. If you are way more interested in probiotics for babies, I do have an article on my website with some recommendations for specific brands. I don't have a universal recommendation, and I don't actually believe that all babies should be on a probiotic. I think they're very helpful for specific cases, which I could talk about in another happy hour. But go to babyformulaexpert.com, hit the blog, you'll see a probiotic article, and I give recommendations for different types of babies, different problems you may be looking to work on, and I have specific recommendations based on your baby's temperament and your baby's age. So I hope that is really helpful. If you have any other questions about this topic, put it in the comments. Give me 48 hours to get back to you because mom will be busy. And I will talk to you then. I will try to be really more consistent with happy hours. And if you have a topic you would like me to cover, feel free to put that in the comments as well. It is time for all of us to be in bed. Have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.